No. That's not why I left either. And it's not why you left either. We left for our lives, Adil, our freedom. We left to have a future.
Resilient Sounds is a project that pairs emerging composers with refugees here in Houston, and the composers work with the refugees to help tell their story through music. They're creating these pieces for musicians of the Houston Symphony who are working with them on the development of the pieces, and they're all doing this under the guidance of our composer in residence, Jimmy Lopez.
We decided we wanted something that would be impactful but also linked to the city of Houston. And I went asking around what was that made Houstonians most proud of. And the answer was always diversity. We decided to reach out to the University of Houston and Rice University so that we could get this group of students that we could mentor, 3 from each university. So there was a selection process. What we had in mind was creating a concert where we will be premiering 6 new works. But we wanted also those works to not be merely musical, but we also wanted them to be multidisciplinary. One works with a filmmaker, the other one works with a dancer, the other one works with a narrator, a singer, and so forth. So we have all this variety, and we have this framework.
It was awesome because I grew up listening to the Houston Symphony. I am born and raised in Houston. Being able to work with them is something I could have never imagined. It's a dream come true.
But in addition of having a composer and an artistic partner, we added this other element, the human element. And that's when the issue of diversity and integration come forth. I wanted to reach out to immigrants in Houston and refugees specifically. So that's when we started to work with interfaith ministries.
It's been a really emotional project, so I think that part was maybe difficult in a way, but also really rewarding for everybody involved. But I think hearing these stories, face to face, even for me or my colleagues and the young composers, but also for refugees that were telling their story, it was really emotional.
My name is SALEMU ALIMASI. I'm from Democratic Republic of Congo. My story is kind of huge because it's a lifetime story. So it started when I was 6 years old, when the war broke up in my country. We had to run to save our lives. Reaching somewhere called Makobola, my young age, I saw a massacre, how they could kill people. I was so scared, I had to run. And when I ran, I lost track of my parents. I didn't know where they were, and it was devastating.
Oh, it was absolutely heart-wrenching. I mean, I can't imagine going through anything even close to what he's been through. The most important part for me is to convey the story to the audience in the way that he wants them to hear it, and sort of that shows a lot of respect for what he's been through and where he is now.
She sent me a piece of the music. Oh my goodness. I spent 30 minutes listening, listening again, listening to it. And I remember one of my colleagues, we sit in the big cubicle, she said, "Whew, that music is taking me somewhere." I said, "Oh yeah, that's my story."
These are people who don't really have an opportunity to speak their story very much. And it's really a way to help bring a community that people don't really realize is there, bring them to the forefront and give them a really strong voice.
One of my real hopes for the project is that the audience that comes, I hope that there are refugees in attendance at the performance, and I hope they feel like the Houston Symphony is theirs, the way that so many other people in Houston feel like the symphony belongs to them.
I have been thinking about it a lot. Saying this out loud has made me absolutely certain I'm going to Houston.
Good. Oh, I'm going to Houston works very well in this space. So, right before Q, did you hear we all just...